Let me do this. And the brief update is that the person is dead. The person is dead. The medics are down there. They try to give him CPR. Obviously, it's too late. It must have took him at least about, what would you say, about 8 shots? At least about 8 shots. We got to do better, family. We got to do better. We got to do better. And this is happening in every city, USA. We're not crazy. We've just been targeted to hate one another. And even the very presence of us. If it's something that we can't agree with, there's no conflict resolution. I hate you. I hate myself. And so, therefore, it's over. Jeez. What a way to start a Thursday night. I'll be back later, family. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And yes, indeed, it is over. There's a killing around the corner. In fact, it's so sad because these are in the neighbors of mine that the girl's brother was shot maybe about 5 years ago, right behind their house, and killed. He was doing some kind of, he was doing what he do, and somebody shot him back there behind his house. Um, uh, not not just that. I guess obviously the feud has continued to go on, and the father, from what I'm hearing now, has shot the son of the woman who killed the person's brother. Okay. Like I said, in this community, in our communities, not only do we have to deal with the KKK, the police that are infiltrating our communities that we're paying taxes for to kill us, and then we have the misinformed, apologetic thugs, and I have to use the word term lightly because I have to use it heavily because that's exactly, even though I know it's a buzzword, I know it's some people out here that don't give a damn. Is some folks out here that don't give two fucks, and they will shoot with children on the street. They will shoot, just like right now, the guy that got shot. There's kids out here playing. This is dinner time. This is right before supper time. The kids are outside, uh, being close to the house because they know their mom's gonna call them in to eat. So it's not just what's happening to us what's happening to us on such a large scale that is causing trauma. Reenacted, constantly opened, constantly uh, reopened wounds, constantly. And I'm gonna tell all of you people that's supposed to be so focused on mental health, if you are complicit, if you are not standing with people that are being executed on the streets, and you think that you so heavenly high that you so no earthly good, you know what? I wait for the day. I wait for the day that you are in this kind of situation. I, unfortunately, I wait for the day that your sons and your daughters get shot down in the streets like dogs, because then maybe you will have some kind of compassion or empathy for us. Those of us who have tried praying, those of us who have tried marching, those of us who have tried going to our political leaders, those of us who have appealed to the police department, and this is still happening. You have driven the people mad, and nobody wants to give an account for it. They want to be complicit. They want to continue to take your money and tell you how they can help you have peace of mind if only you work out the narcissism that is in your life. Narcissism is all over the planet. Help us out with that one. Start with you standing with the biggest pink elephant in the room, which is race. All of you are cowards because none of you want to do that. You don't want to do it. You want to keep saying, well, if you just, if you do start in your family, and if you can free yourself. No, 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 no. Sometimes you can free your family dynamic by helping somebody else. How about that one? You're a bunch of cowards, all of you, and you don't want to trade places with us. You're not sincere in your recovery. You're not even sincere in your love for the human family. Because if you was, you would understand that there are babies getting shot. There are children being shot by the police. There are 13-year-olds. How many of y'all are parents out here? And you can't tell me that you don't send your little boys don't play with toys, guns out in the side of your house. You can't tell me that your little boys don't play cops and robbers, and you don't even think about them being shot down by the police. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't even dare fix your mind to even think nothing like that. You think the police are our friends. The police circle our neighborhoods like occupied force, and you don't want to accept it. You don't want to accept that they don't want to arrest children in the suburbs, okay, because those people are connected. Those people can call the congressman or somebody and they will, man, get out of that neighborhood. They don't send the dogs down into the affluent areas of town because that's where they'll probably find all their drugs. If they let those dogs sniff up and down those cars up and down, they wouldn't do it. Let the dogs up in the driveway. They wouldn't do it. Okay? But you can yet and still have a police officer who will even go to an affluent neighborhood and to arrest Dr. Dre because a white person said that he's a threat. And he lives in the neighborhood and the white boy don't even live in the neighborhood. You see how this is going? White supremacy is a disease. I think it's best for us to stay away from these race soldiers. We have to go no contact with these people. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all want to survive as black people, we're going to have to think of something other to do than march and praying. That shit ain't working. Don't let nobody. As a matter of fact, I wish somebody would get back on my page. Let me tell you something. I see some of y'all got angry with my last post. Some of y'all wanted to tell me how you unsubscribing. I don't care. You unsubscribe and take your friends with you. Okay? Take your friends with you. Because unless you are a target, I don't give a damn what you say. This is narcissism. It does belong here. Right here. Because you crazy people are complicit to watch another person of the human family get shot down. What's going to happen when it comes to your door? What's going to happen when it's you? Ain't nobody going to be left. If you can't find it in your heart and in your spirit to see another human being when you look at me, I don't care if you see color. My color is beautiful. I'm glad you see color. I just don't want you to mistreat me because of it. And what is so hard about that for you to understand? I'm no more responsible for this color that I came to birth in as you are the color you came to birth in. Do you see how psychotic that is? And anybody who has that train of thought is a psychopath. I'm telling you now, the narcissism is real. It is real. As black people, we are sitting ducks. You see nothing works, and we have no allies. Even the white people that take our money and tell us that, oh, just go to therapy, you'll be fine. You understand that this problem is bigger than therapy. You understand where the narcissism starts and how you're going to deal with it any other kind of way if you can't deal with it outwardly. You can't. Just doesn't happen. That's just like, I listen to people say, well, you got to remove them out of the environment. Because, if the parent's home is narcissistic and there's nothing but sick people, when we move them from the environment, they'll get better. But what happens when the environment is sick? What happens that if my perception of an environment is totally different than yours? Do you fight to make it fair? Or do you just bury your head in the sand? And because it's not affecting you. But I'm going to say this in closing. Until these police officers, Jeff Brown, I got you on this. Until the police is chasing Puffy, Jay-Z kids, Blue Ivory, chasing them down the street with rifles and shooting them down the streets, I really don't understand. Maybe then that these complacent Negroes who have gotten their share of what is owed to them from our ancestors, and they fine with that because they've selfishly gotten their share. You are going to be you're going to have the hard pressed reminder that you are no different than anybody else that you flaunting your money in front of. Just keep it up. Just watch. The day of reckoning is here. Black people, stop spending your money with people that don't like you. Learn how to fix your, go get some patterns. Go to Minnesota Fabric. Learn how to sew your own clothes. If you don't, go patronize a seamstress in the neighborhood. You cannot no longer afford to continue to spend your money in dollars in a system that is killing you. You are the only ones mainly keeping the system afloat with your finances. You're the main one spending the money into the economy while they kill you, dumbass. So you're going to have to make a point. You're going to have to put the drugs and alcohol down. Okay? And if you still got them, but then you're going to have to make an effort in your drug and alcohol use that I still can't spend with no white boy. I still can't spend with no Arab. I can't spend with nobody outside, anybody in my community. I don't want to give them my money anymore because they are complicit in my death. They don't mind seeing my grandchild shot down and my son shot down. And if you don't have that kind of love for your people, we don't need you either, because you're part of the problem. God knows you're part of the problem. And like I said, I'm glad that that y'all feel that way about somebody wrote on my page that you don't like where I've spent and so you unsubscribing. Good, and don't come back. This is my damn channel. How you gonna tell me how to express my damn trauma? I bet your ass is white. I know you white. And until your ass gets shot down in the street, until your son is running home and you got to stand up in the window, don't know if you got your boy out the door, if he's going to come back. Until you live that life, don't say nothing to me. Because you don't have a clue to what mine feels like. You arrogant, pompous, troglodyte head. Don't let me go to sink to my lowest nature. Pray for us. Get to work, family. Get to work. And that's when prayer is going to work, because faith without works is dead. And now we got to get out here and do the work now, because we are under siege. We are under siege with the highest infant mortality, everything on the totem pole that's low, they projected it into and onto us. We can't keep allowing it to happen. We can't keep allowing it to happen. We are a descendants of a royal people. We are the moral compass of the world. We are the first man and woman that God made. That don't mean we the best, but that means we the first. And you take that any way you want to. Wake up, black people. Start loving each other again. And realize that we have a common enemy that is trying to destroy us and our families. Like what you hear, please subscribe and share. We'll see you next time in the mental house. Bye bye, family.